My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Akwamaga.
I am Chioma Akbala.
My name is Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in a market speaking.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence.
Want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Ladies, join us on Gyna Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breastfeeding. The frequency of breastfeeding determines the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on your ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did single.
For real.
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do for it.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Many thanks for staying tuned. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning, and this is the Eastern Business Report. The business trends and policies shaping the economy in the Southeastern region of Nigeria. It comes right after Global Business on the Afia Business Morning. And on today's edition of the Eastern Business Report, we'll
to another thing. And whenever you get married, forget about getting a child. Because if you talk about getting a child, your body structure, everything about your physical stature is going to change as a woman, including that of the man that impregnated the wife. Is going to get ready because the financial expenditure is going to change. There's going to be an uprise. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying here. So there's going to be a kind of some degrees of sacrifices you must make for you to have a different result altogether. When a woman is pregnant, a lot of things comes and buys, attached to, pregnancy challenges or thereabout. It comes, those disturbances, and by the time they come, you discover that you're no longer whom you used to be, and your husband as well would know. The wife that used to eat Gary is no longer demanding for Gary, but it's not demanding for shawarma or may demand for something that she don't even need. She may say, okay, I need this, and by the time you buy it, the woman will just simply decline. I'm no longer interested. I don't need that again. So it's not the woman speaking by them, but it is that hormone in her, that is about to bring forward a new invention, a new life. And so when we see such happening in Enugu is more like, passing through the process of projection. Gestation period. All right? And so that gestation period, you must get ready or be eager to sacrifice certain degrees of, cost.
Why do you think these demolitions are happening in this administration? Is it that the past administration did not follow the master plan of Enugu?
Okay, that's like what I said. Let me proxy to what I said up in the issue. I said, whether it is in line with the master plan or personal discretion, it becomes another case scenario altogether. All right? So now one will be asking, does it mean that we don't have a standard master plan in Enugu? But that one is one question. But does it mean that that standard master plan, that the infrastructures that comes attached to the master plans or in line with the master plans, why must it be that at a time another person comes up and begin to demolish what we have spent a whole lot of fortune, to establish barely a few years ago? For instance, there are some bus stops within the Enugu metropolis I have seen, in the past weeks now, being brought down. Now we begin to ask, does it mean that they are now old? The answer is no. Does it mean that they are substandard? I don't think they are substandard. They don't on their own fell down. We don't see them as being substandard. But why would it be that the government of the day is now bringing them down only but to bring forward his own design? I wouldn't, because the other time, remember, there was some discrepancies, some upheavals. An artist had to sing a song as at then, some few years ago, while the SY governor Afia was there in the office, and he took him to court. He took the young man to court. The guy is actually from our area. He sang a song saying that Ugwai have, siphoned Enugu because of how many millions of naira for per bus stop. As at then, 10 million each bus stop. Cost us 10 million naira to establish that. And today, the same bus stop that cost us 10 million naira is being brought down. Not because it is old, not because it is dilapidated, not because it is leaking. So why then are we bringing them down? Only but to spend another fortune. And after spending another fortune, we don't know the next person that is coming, whether that person is going to work with the design we're having today. These are where it becomes an issue. A lot of people start raising some nagging questions about what the government is doing. But if our government, when they want to bring some innovations, whether we're going to make some, huge sacrifices, yes, we're going to make. But when this type of a thing is happening, we begin to question these sacrifices we're making. Is it really right? Are we just wasting our resources? Why should it be that a governor just fixed the bus stops recently, and today we're having another governor who is just redesigning and bringing forward another structure that is going to stand the test of time? Because another thing here is this. I have spoken as well on air, right here on this platform and in some other radio stations. I've called on the governor to go and ensure that the structures is bringing to place, in the states, is actually the one that will stand the test of time. Because we've seen where they are just building it, they have not even finished the building, and they are collapsing. For instance, like the roads that are being tarred, they are not durable, they are not strong, they are very shallow. The lightest of gauge. Then you see them developing potholes. While they are yet working, you see them developing potholes, very dangerous potholes. More of like it would have been better that they did not even do anything at all on the roads. All right? Then you see the caps. That is the block that they used to do the caps, right? At the time, it doesn't take up to 2 months. You see them breaking off. Not as if someone is making use of Monday hammer on them. But just maybe you kick it with your bare foot and you see it breaking off. Then just to tell you that they are making use of substandard materials. And so the one that they are building or bringing about the bus stops, the new bus stops, how sure are we? How sure are we that those ones are that of high quality? How sure? Because we know that the bricks the SY governor used to build his own, at least we could, vouch that that particular one is so strong. But what about these that we are seeing coming to place now? How sure are we that it's going to stand the test of time? How sure are we that it's going to survive like 6 months without including the walkways breaking off? Because we've seen where they built concrete walkways. Under this administration, and they are peeling off. It's not something you start looking for, you start searching. You don't need binocular view to go and witness what I'm talking about. It's all littered around the entire metropolis. Wherever they have touched, what I'm talking about now, you witness them. So for goodness sake, what are we doing about that? If the governor is interested in bringing a new structure, let him also ensure that these structures are the ones that will stand the test of time. That's what we're interested in saying here.
No, we can't dispute the fact that these demolitions create jobs or bring job opportunities for demolishers. People are into this field. But would you say it is worth the price?
Well, when you're talking about the jobs it's created, the jobs is not even the, let me say, it's not actually the reason why which demolition is called for. The purpose of easing traffic. And we believe it's going to last for years. It's going to serve the purpose of easing traffic congestion within those axes. So it's not even about the jobs it's going to be providing for the people. But meanwhile, the jobs as well is one of them. But you remember, when you're talking about jobs it's providing, there are some people who are being made homeless. There are some people who are losing their businesses, who have to now locate a business to other spots. And by the time you get to another location, you discover it's going to take you some time to be able to, saturate the business environment. Because business is about connecting with people. I don't know if you're getting me. When you're talking about market, you're talking about people. It's about connecting with people. You might relocate from here and get into a different place, and it is a spot where they did not know you at all. So you have to start making a whole lot of things to create, that environment where people now get to know you and begin to patronize your business. So you're going to lose your business. Whereas there are some persons who, benefit from working there, or people, the scavengers, who are picking some trash from the debris, and perhaps they believe that, oh my God, that something good is happening now. So, but that's not just the major thing we're talking about. We're talking about the service is going to be road being dualized, is going to provide for the people.
When demolitions happen, we see people angry, some even come out to protest. But we've not seen anything like that in Enugu. Would you say that the people are now enlightened? They are
what happened is that the government rightly gave this notification long ago. It's not something of today. And I believe that the government must have invited persons involved, have like some interface with them, engage them. Then the ones that qualify for being compensated, then they will be duly compensated. These, among many other things, are the reason why which you will see that people will not come out to come and protest. And when the people actually hears and sees that of a truth, the intention for which we're going to sacrifice these portions of our properties is for public interest and nothing but for public interest. Where you see people protesting and coming against what the government is doing is when the government says, we're going to use this for Monday. And you discover that you give it to them and they're not using it for Monday, but they are using it for Thursday. Then you discover that people are protesting. People are no longer at home with the initial arrangement. For instance, I hail from Udi area of Enugu State, okay? And so, they will have our local government secretariat. My ancestral land is very close to the local government secretariat. Likewise, some of our kindred members whose lands are within the areas. And so, in the years back, olden years, our ancestors had this pact with the local government authority. Then they gave out some of our portions of land, ancestral lands, all right? And so, for development, according to the agreement. But today, we now discover that the government have used the part they wanted to use for development. Then the remaining many huge portion, they are now over 300 hectares of land, and they are now selling them off to individuals. And so our people are no longer happy with that. That now led our people to taking the government to court, demanding that government should hands off. Because the reason why would our people gave it to the government was because they wanted to make it, they said in quote, they want to make use of it, to serve the interest of the public. But it is no longer what is happening. And so these are, among many other or few other reasons, brings about people coming out to protest, or people coming out to say, no, we won't allow you to make use of our property again, because it is no longer what we agreed before that you are doing now. But when people see that they're actually using it for the interest of the masses, they'll keep calm.
Do you think this pattern of demolitions will continue going forward?
Yeah, it continues going forward if the reason, if ideas on innovations continues to come. Because certainly you need a land space, to bring to life those ideas of innovations. Enugu people yearns for, different phase of Enugu, yearns for, a modern city, right? And so these are the modern city we're seeing today. One thing you should know is this, Marvelous, if you even take some of these development, like the bus terminal, any of the bus terminal, if you even take it to a void land, it's going to still be someone that owns that land. I hope you're aware of that. Either an individual or a community, and you're going to dispossess them of that particular land. I hope you know, for public use. And so the person will always want to cry, but if there is an understanding and there is compensation then such persons will keep calm. The compensation may not always be in money. It may be by giving appointment to some members of the host community, giving them some jobs or appointments or some opportunities, within the government. Okay, and such is going to be a bit commensurate to what you are taking from them, and without good understanding, they will release their possession. I hope you're getting what I'm saying now. Then when you're talking about whether it will continue, then I think we will continue, not until we get to a time where we'll start having, in my own understanding, where we'll start having steady supply of power that is affordable and that is accessible. Now, how do I mean? When we have such, we begin to talk of the internet as well. The internet being in a very good supply, okay, within our society. How do I mean? For instance, we talk about bus terminal. Then we discover that if you go to some parts of the world where things are working well already, where we are copying, the template with which we are using to develop our own place today, you discover that there are some places you will discover, you come to a motor park, then you see things like edifice standing, all right, skyscrapers standing. Then you see them bringing such innovation. But that skyscraper will be standing and nothing will happen to it. But that particular, maybe innovation in the area of bus, maybe motor park or thereabout, will still come to the place and begin to function. And maybe you see them build something like some technological structures whereby you see some kind of a crane that's going to be going, and cars will be parking in, others will be coming. It will have lots of steps. So each time you want to go, you want to have access to your own car, you press some button, your car might be at the topmost up. And you press the button that will bring your car down. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. These are things that are happening in some other developed world. And so with that now, they don't need to go and begin to demolish places. But if you bring such a thing right here in our own place now, it may be so costly to manage because we don't have the enormous or the supply of electricity. We don't have it. And such a thing is something you make use of, the electricity to control. All right? And so when you don't have electricity available and affordable, one is going to be costly if you say, okay, let's make use of diesel, to power maybe some machines to run such a system, then it's going to be costly to manage. The people that are making use of accessing the services, it's going to be so costly for them. All right? And so sometimes your generator may fail you. And so maybe there is an emergency and you needed to save some situation. The generator may fail you at that material time. And so when you see this, you discover that you need some innovations to come to be in place. If not, then we'll keep demolishing because we needed somewhere to park our cars in an expanse area of land. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So in this context now, we'll keep to bring down some structures, just to bring in some innovative structures that we need to do.
New ideas. Thank you so much, Mr. Chime, for joining us today.
God bless you.
There's the size of the package today on the Eastern Business Reports. We just had Emmanuel Chime, Public Affairs Analyst, talk to us on the program. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning live from Enugu State, Nigeria. Kindly join in on this conversation and watching live right now on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/@AfiaBusiness. Do well to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for all business-related content. Coming up next is Onye Afia. My name is Marvelous Apuamaga. Please stay with us.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending, and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Time check, it's 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about
The Official, your perfect dose of laughter, where they discuss what is currently trending on social media every day at 5:30 p.m. on Afia TV.
But in this economy, the savings will save you, man.
And that's not all. Stay tuned for more exciting shows on Afia TV. Catch us on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was young.
What's up, Onye Afia? No, welcome to the Onye Afia podcast. My name is Harachielo, and here we talk about life. Today, I join you, Chaiba boy. We want to look at if I know everybody in a team, we Mandi Ocha, Mandi Oji, my old man, my young man, everybody want to know what exactly is Iwa boy? How did we come up with such an amazing system? How did it happen? Today with me in the studio is Uzochukwu. No, Posh. What's your name actually? Because everybody might ask Posh.
Okay. My name is Chukwuemeka Christian. Madekwe. That's my real name.
Yeah. How did you come up with Uzochukwu?
Uzochukwu bụ afọ otutu.
Really?
That's my chieftain's name.
So I just introduce you with afọ otutu.
Of course. All my title name though.
No.
Dalo?
No.
Thank you.
So we're talking about Eba boy.
Okay.
Eba boy. This thing, everybody in the team, everybody wants to learn Eba boy. I heard Harvard Business School is now teaching Eba boy. Lagos Business School too. What exactly is Eba boy?
Eba boy bụ masị no otu a na-asị na mmadụ nwere idea chọba a venture capitalist ya na ya imago rub minds together go buy into the idea, but in a more informal way. So Igba boy bụ a system ndị Igbo bidoro even before after the war, because most people are asking after the war. No.
Yes, I can hear that. So that one.
Oh, Igba boy bụ ịkpọlụ nwa odibo zụọ ya n'afịa n'azụ, ma ụlọ ọgwụ, ma iri nri, ihe dị ka afọ 6 ma ọ bụ 7, na-eti ihe 1 kobo ma 1 penny, emechakwa gụọ ewerukwa ego
duo ya ụlọ.
Yes, ya bụ Igba boy.
Really?
Yes, ya nwa bụ Igba.
What is the difference between Igba boy and ịmụ ọrụ? Enweghị dị iche?
Yes, a very distinct. Igba boy and ịmụ ahịa abụrụ ofu.
Yes, ịmụ ahịa, sorry.
Ịmụ ahịa and Igba boy. Enwekwa ịmụ ọrụ for ndị ọrụ aka.
Okay.
Nwee ịmụ ahịa.
Yes.
For onye chọrọ ịzụ ahịa. Then nwee Igba boy. Ịmụ ahịa dịka na my own experience. Ịmụ ahịa.
Ịmụrụ ahịa?
Yes.
Ịgbara boy?
Agbahọ boy maka agụrụ m akwụkwọ.
Okay.
Yes, because I defined my path very early in life and actually me business. So, my father insisted that I go to the before I became business. So, after I finish my university education, Mecha Youth Service in Lagos. So the next stage was Imuahia. Yes. Now, Imuahia na favor carry onye nweru ihe dịka base.
Startup capital?
Yes, from family or from friends. Ka ọ na-efavor carry. Because n'Imuahia, ije mụcha pụta. Ndị family unu ma ụmụnne gị atụkọnata ego wee duo ogo
ụlọ. Yes. So ọbọzi ọga gị na ụlọ.
Ọbụrụzi ọga gị. Then Igba boy bụ onye na-enwero ka ọ rahacha aka. Ịghọta. Nwe okpuru mmebi esi na village kpọpụta ya township. Ọ gbaala ọga boy 6 years, 7 years.
Yes.
After which eduo ya. And Igba boy ahụ enwerokwa ni ada enwe any fixed amount.
Ọgwa ka o si metụ ọga n'obi.
Ka o si wee dị ọga n'obi. And otu isi wee gbapụta mbọ. Ka ọ gaghị esi wee sị oke ngwa. Ihe dị ka e were ihe dị ka 1 million, 2 million wee setụlụ oge na ịgba n'ịka. Ọ ya nwabụ ihe dị iche. So, ịmụ ọrụ na ịgba boy, ịmụ ahịa and ịgba boy dị iche. Ha na-abụ abụrụ ofu.
Dị iche.
Yes.
Digi, you said something about a settle and ọ ka o si metụ ọga n'obi. Cases ọ na-adị na-abụ person don hustle, gbara ọga mbọ 6 years, 7 years. Ịghọta. Ọga pụta call story. Si na iji wee zuo 5,000 wee goro nri abalị one day. So na ọma nduzi gị ụlọ. E nwere a system that protects nwa boy from all these things na-ịgba boy. Or is he at the full mercy of ọgịa?
Ebe na nke ahụ ya nwa ka ịmụ ahịa. And ihe dị ka ịmụ ọrụ juu dị ka ọ dịtụ mma. Because na ịmụ ahịa and ịmụ ọrụ a na-ede ihe a na-akpọ agreement.
Agreement, yes.
Agreement anwa a na-ekwu na ọ ga-abụ ihe dị ka 2 years or 3 years or 6 months. Mgbe ọ na-iji mbụcha ya
egoro mmanya wee bịa
adọka, a na-akpọ ya dọka agreement. Ijebere onwe gị. Mana n'ịgba boy enwere anything protect the interest of nwatakịrị akpọtara. Because na mgbe eji ekpọta ya na village enwere agreement ha na ndị be ha dero sign ya na ọ ya anọ afọ one dị otu a ma afọ one na-adịghị otu a. So enwere since ya bụ system bidoro ịgba boy enwekabahụ any this thing na protect interest of nwa boy. Ebe anwa ka enwere obere challenge.
Wow.
Yes.
Because even a na-asị mgbe ụfọdụ sef eje obodo kpọta nwa boy ịghọta anọkọta akọ story na-eji agwọ ọgwụ ego nke akwa. So no,
ịma na ihe na-eme ụfọdụ ihe niile anwa bụ ịma since this system bido o create a lot of millionaires and billionaires.
Yes.
So mana akara aka mmadụ niile abụrụkwa n'ofu. So o nwere ike ọ ga-abịa kịta kpọrọ onwe ọga nwere ike na-eme ọfụma ọ nata village ụfọdụ parents nne na nna na-akpọrọ nwa ha sị
biko no
zụrụ anyị nwa.
Yes.
Ịzụrụ anyị nwa abụ ha na ha ma na ihe eje kpọ ya eti na university most na ka ọ gbara gị boy ka akụ ya ha nwee ike fee nwa ha. So no na ya bụ ihe mmasị na enweghọ ndị diabolic.
Yes.
Basị na enweghọ ihe niile anwa a na-afụcha ya n'ime afịa ịghọta. So mana asị ọkụbara machi ekwe onye ụta atani ya. So ka anyị hapụ ebe a. Yes, ka anyị hapụ ya na nke a.
It's all right. So Imago, there's no monopoly to ebe ajọ mmadụ.
Yes.
So the same way ụfọdụ ndị ọga na-ejikwe adị etinye aka na some things. Ụmụ boy mgbe ụfọdụ kwa a na-asịkwa na ha na-etinyekwa aka na some things because enwekwa stories of Imago ịkpọta nwatakịrị ya gbara gị boy ọ dịzie ka o mepee gị ọfịs n'isi, right? Si na your business
ịrafụ na nwere afịa gị itiri ebe a na-abata na shop carton niile dị empty. Ịghọtago
ịga anya afụrụ afịa.
So efu that na on that way ka onye ọga nwere ike isi protect nwe interest ya.
Yes.
Mana as ihe ezi na-agaba enwezi ihe a na-akpọ enwe softwares a na-ewepụtezi. Ịghọtago na-akpọ nke ihe eje dede na akwụkwọ million. Enwe nke ụbọchị anụnwa n'ime line anyị orubeghị 3 weeks. Android phone ya ka ọ ga ya nwetara ebe ọ na-achaji ya wee na-afụ alert bata. Ịghọtago. So ọ na-eme ọ bụrụ na ọ ga-ebi ya ahịa ọ ga-eje mewe bill. O mechaa wee bill o were akaụntụ nke ya nye ụfọdụ ndị ahụ ọga because ọ gaghị amụghọ ndị ahụ in person. Some of those ndị ahịa ha ọma ha. So o wezi akaụntụ a na-akwere ya nwe ụgwọ afịa ọ ga-ejuzi ọsị na ndị ahụ akwụbeghị ụgwọ. Ịghọta. So all these challenges ka ndị ọga na onwe ha na-efesi kwa ya bụ mgbe ụfọdụ ha react ya
ọ dịkwa ka
nwa boy gbachazie odibo o ruo mgbe anyị esetụlụ ya ọgwụ ya nna ngwanụ ka anyị gbakọ ego m dị otu a furu n'aka gị. So ụdị ihe aha dị ọ ya bụ challenges a na-enwekarị.
Na ihe mmadụ na-amarọ karịrị nwa ka anyị anya na ịmụ ọrụ, right? Ịmụ ọrụ and ịmụ afịa bụ nke a na-ede agreement.
Yes, of course.
Right. So in a case of ịmụ afịa now edega agreements and one party fails to reach their end of the agreements, how is it usually settled? Or court can we some kind of market arrangements that sorts these things out?
Before a job court, like after on a union, like in kind of an NASPA. So in a case of the challenge, ihe na-emegodo wee buru ụzọ jegodo report ọ n'aka ndị union. Union otu ibezie ya ọnụ okwe ha were mee onye mejọrọ nwere ike si oke na ya ekwetaghị n'ihe ndị union kwuru ya na-eje court. Simple is as simple as that. Nwere ihe ọzọ.
So I try go this sort ya in house
n'ime union.
Okay.
N'ime union ka a na-ebu ụzọ because ijegodo mgbe ụfọdụ ọ na-abụ ụfọdụ gbara ọsọ jee court ahụ ma ọ jee ihe a ebe ịkpụ mmadụ n'ime ahịa ma ebe ịkpụrụ union ga-asị gị mba na-ema mkpụnwe onye anụnwa ọ nọ n'ime ebe ọ na-akwụ tax o so n'ihe why na-agwarọ ha nwa first before ijebe that length. So the union bugodo the body ga-ebugodo ụzọ fụ ihe gbasara ihe niile ahụ emere before agabazie any other length.
Before agabazie ma court ma
ọ na union ekwutere onye mejọrọ nwere ike sị na ya adịghị
satisfied by the judgment of
the
union.
So je court mana ọ ebugoro ụzọ jekwu union. Yes, ọ ka esi eme ya n'ịmụ ahịa and ịmụ ọrụ. Of course.
Amazing. Wow. Let's go to history. Right? Because there's a lot of debates. History. Debates of how did this thing start? Of course, say no. After the war, it was in a bid to speed up economic growth, right? Onye for a time, we'll go back to the village. Some other people say, prior to that Ndibo have been practicing these systems for long. What do you think Is it get the history? Go on.
Okay, I come from a family of business people. Yeah. My grandfather, Anakboye Bambweda here. Olelewu. Then my father, Nongwea, boy. Boy. So,
yes.
And I've been privileged having my father in my corner all these years. Imago. This Iba boy system has been there even before the war. Good there before the war, but are also
as common
and elaborate to also there after the war. Because all the pains of after the war.
Yes.
And the
need.
Yes. But then before then, a lot of people in the old maybe Enugu and Port Harcourt region, there were a lot of people maybe go to business, boy, you know, na serve her. Only my dad the baro boy bu Enugu akono, and they all ever before the war. Boy, not after the war or my father but before then, and we're going to serve
yes.
Yes. Now Afia teacup and Ferenkoa.
Really?
Hey, my father.
Hey!
Yes. So after then, apologize my dad, I would say Tibial after the war. So Obro here a prolonged debate here for anything. The system has been there before the war.
Has been there since
yes,
before the war.
Before the war.
Kamai was refined and out of necessity.
Out of necessity. Because of the mantra Onyaga na yes. Because the war did Omewandi will be so much. Yes, it did a whole lot of this thing. I mean, the likes of Louis Ojukwu now, you know, Ibidogo this system prior before the war.
With transport.
And the rest of them. Yes, and yeah. So a system that has been there before the war, and only one journalist tagged as the largest business
incubator system in the world.
Yes. Only one journalist.
One journalist that's tagged it as that. Do you think this largest incubator system in the world, do you think not is sustainable?
Right about now, no. I have my reasons.
Give you your reasons.
Truly, I don't know, but the idea or the syndrome of Egombute, you know, is fast eroding this idea of
building from
scratch. Emwahi and Eba boy, you know, ongozo onye cholo Eba boy, ongozo onye cholo Emwahi. That's the common thing. Even most people now in the market and around dina munye no muha. You see them in the shop. In a couple of weeks or months. You know, so if that many of them, the youths these days, you know, that Egombute syndrome at the back of their mind. You know, so in that was in what I cricket boy 6 years. I say 6 years, computer
every day on a maple shop. I say go
you know, last February or Easter. So one boy. Because Nima I'm adding very
jovial and
I
mean
will shot make a candy every day.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So
it's around there has a millions in the back, shot neck and download.
Oh, you got them comfortable in it.
Yes.
So the guy I'm parking an apota. I'm gonna naked her before I'm buying my shop.
Yes.
So I see no we hear truck I'm about. I see yo. Yeah, my boy. I see I'm so what draw some name a check I be on a shop. See I'm gonna. So I know him on katabia. Some hoga. Na me work when you
yeah.
See I yo. O sim na ngwane ya na eme. you know, I was taken aback by that
statement.
I mean, in Abia,
here every day.
So
yes,
you know, I made him to feel relaxed. Go make a put off ma. Say I can hear name. Awesome na mada abamoto na abamoto na. I fear na
tenkobo.
Na all good one trip kaya garum. Nsi one trip again. But no kwa na iche ekwe hi chọrọ ikwu. Awesome na oburu ngwongwo ka eje na azụrụ na China.
Okay, say na enwere ihe ọzọ ị na-ebupụ.
So if you don't go that at the back of his mind, and as I'm telling you, na adịm afụzi that boy n'ime ahịa.
Okay.
So nwere ike
ọ bụrụ na ọfụgo onye nyere
ya the link ọ na-achọ. So those are the things meluno kịta onweghị onye chọrọ ịgba boy, onweghị chọrọ ịmụ ahịa, you know. But enwekwa ike nwee remedy because
onya ka njọba ịjụ gị because as it is now na ọ dịzị ka this gold I ebute ọ dịga ọ na ya bụzi anyị n'aka. What is the solution in a prefer as somebody know in the system?
Well, Emma, as not a private business person is in business to make money for himself, but government is in business to take care of the people.
Yes.
No. So I think the National Orientation Agency are not doing well enough.
Okay, their job, yeah.
They're not insensitizing people enough. If for the pros and cons of and the part they want to do, because you can take a horse to the stream and a man for saying, you know, get what I'm boy, no, then a chalk or boy. Mana or they go polluted by the idea not you or you have to go since I'll be a township. Off go Benz, off go Lexus, so Chibutia.
In 6 months.
In 6 months.
Plus or minus.
Yeah. Or even know my Kakana from secondary school. So
because then we one video for one guy do his best friend from
Abakaleke.
Gabana Saba.
Yes.
KJ no me fa me we wa GLK.
That's not GLK.
GLK.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but that thing they all on their table call follow, you know, to sensitize the youths enough. If for the pros and cons of the part hacho ito. And then the parents as well, Imago, needs to do well too. In a adomo hodo. Bringing them back, mahafuna hagabago. Because in Chapter, most parents these days, they don't even send. Nwatakịrị nwere ike buru moto bataketa ejuru ya ka
ebo nna ka ezi,
you know.
Yes.
And then nwatakịrị diri maybe okopoli or egbariam and all the rest of them.
Yes.
And on abatazi in the next 6 months buru moto
ya ajụ ya na
ebe o si bute moto. Then on
Chukwu emegolo m ya o.
Onwe nke
Ibuli as testimony buli na meeting unu.
You know. So all those things, and ọbụ na the federal government ga-enebali anya.
Yes.
This system